Partnerships differ from corporate clients in a pretty vital way. The firms that succeed or fail because they have a team of people, all of whom share a sense of ambition and all of whom work together to make the firm successful. That's, in a sense, stating the obvious, but enabling that team, that leadership team and the partnership as a whole to share that ambition and to be supportive of the strategy is probably the most challenging thing in working with a law firm. So when we actually help a firm think about strategy, one of the key things is how do we enable the partners to get to the end of the process where, as a group of partners, they all share that same sense of ambition, that same sense of enthusiasm for the strategy. And so our strategy process is highly facilitative. It's not our telling a firm what their strategy should be, and it's also not really helping the managing partner decide the strategy and then sell it to the rest of the partners, which is sometimes perhaps how managing partners would like it to be.
So Redstone's been working in India now for the last 5 years or so, and it's a market which has seen a huge expansion of legal services, but at the same time we see that law firms are sometimes struggling to catch up with those opportunities and with the increasing competition in the market. So the questions that we get asked by law firms in India, and the big issues we're going to deal with on the course is helping the owners of a law firm define what is their ambition, what does good look like for their business. Are they thinking about maximising current profit because they'll be retiring and closing their business? Or are they a firm that's actually thinking about building an institution, something that will outlast them, something that will continue going forward? And if you as an owner of a law firm are thinking about building that institution, the next questions for us we'll be looking about on the course is, who will be the next generation of leaders? Do you have the right people internally that you can promote over time to take over your role so you can retire? Or are we looking at recruiting people? Or are we looking at a merger to bring the right people on board to take the firm forward? And if you are thinking about the future generation of leaders, we have to think, what is the motivation of the young lawyers now going through the system? Because it might be different to the motivation we had when we were young lawyers. What is going to motivate people to sign up to partnership in your firm and to sign up to being a future leader? And it's a lot about allowing them to have a more equal say in the firm, about developing a different sort of approach to governance, and it's also a lot about ownership and reward. And in a country like India, which has traditionally had family-based or more business-like, business-oriented law firms, are more firms willing going forward to embrace the partnership model with everything that means? And if you're embracing the next generation of leaders, what does that look like financially for you as a founder? What will be the deal for you? Will the new partners coming in be able to buy you out? And what will that transition look like towards retirement or towards the other career that you've been thinking about doing?
Realistically, it's a process of co-creation. It's a creative process where a group of partners work together under our guidance, looking at a lot of research and data that we have prepared, and together helping to create a view of what the future might look like and how they might create competitive advantage for the firm, working together, the strongest possible combination of the skill sets of the partners, the expertise, the reputation of the firm, all of those things working together to create a very successful future for the firm. And there really is a marked difference in our experience between those firms who are able to get to that shared sense of purpose amongst the partners and those firms which maintain their business almost like a bunch of sole practitioners who share the firm's name.
We hope that you're going to be able to join us in the masterclass. There's really 4 things we're going to be looking at with you on the day. The first thing is to get clarity about what good looks like. What do you want to achieve with your business in 3, 5 or over 10 years' time? Secondly, In order to achieve that, how you're going to structure and organise yourself, what shape and size and practice areas there need to be. Thirdly, the most challenging thing within legal services is what behaviours are required to support that. It's really all about the culture. And last but not least, once you know the culture and behaviours you want, how you're going to reward and recognise your people. All of those 4 points come to get a background in India of often founder-led law firms as they transition and build an institution. So we'll be talking about what that means and the steps to achieve that. And we'll finish the day with getting you to do some planning around, based on what you want to achieve from the day, everything you've taken away, how will you get started? What are the 3, 4 or 5 things you need to get started on when you get back to the office on the day after? I hope that you will be able to join us in the programme, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.